Hello friends, welcome to my channel, a channel for learning simple coding. If you find this video to be helpful, please like, share and subscribe my channel. In this class number 26, we are going to learn what is the difference between IMPL versus thread in Rust. So first of all, we are going to understand what is IMPL in Rust, then threads, then difference between these, then how to define the structure methods in Rust and how to define interfaces and implement those methods in structure in Rust, that we are going to understand. It's a very interesting, very important and very valuable video on Rust. So first question is, what is IMPL in Rust? So IMPL means implementation, and this we use to define a method for a structure. Remember that in last video we have learned about structure and tuple structure. Then we also learn pass by reference of a structure in Rust. So it's just linking with a structure. How to define a method for a structure in Rust, we use IMPL. And what is threads? So threads is like interfaces we have in Java and other programming languages. So we define interfaces by using threads, and those interfaces methods we can implement later on in a structure, that we use threads. So remember that what is the difference between implement, IMPL and threads. So difference is that in IMPL we define the methods for simple one structure, but by using the threads, firstly we define a templates in which we have a methods, and those methods we can attach with any structure. Remember that. So implement used to define methods for a single structure, and threads are used to define methods for all kind of structures which you are going to use. Like in class we have a toString method that automatically come with a class. So that method is defined in all the classes. Similarly, we use threads to define all kind of similar methods in a structure. If you want to do that, you have to use threads, otherwise you can use IMPL. Now how to define this, we are going to see in a code. So here again we say cargo new class number 26, and I say here IMPL and threads like this. Go to this class and go to the main file here. Again we are need to understand the difference between this. For that I am going to create first of all struct. So I say here struct message for example, and here I say MSG of string type. I am just defining a one field in this message. Remember that it's a structure. Now I am going to use this structure first of all. So I say let MSG1 of message type equal to message, and here I need to define the message for this. So I say string from welcome to Dr. Vipin Classes to learn Rust like this, and again I need curly brackets. I do mistake every time, so because it's a structure. So you see that I define the structure type of variable and I define the value also in this MSG. Now I need to use it. So simple way to use it, it's a very simple. Just we can display information here. I say message equal to, it's a very simple way we have seen in last videos also. So here I say MSG like this. It's very simple. I say cargo run, and you will see the output. Nothing special in it. But I don't want to use this. I want to use function to display this. For that I say IMPL. Here I say message. Remember here IMPL, then the name of the structure, and here I define a method. So I say this is a function to display message. Okay, and here I need ampersand self. Remember that, and this statement I am going to print here. So I say here like this. In place of this I say self. Remember that. So this self, spelling mistake here. So this self represent the any reference of structure like MSG we are passing here. So this is that. This IMPL is used to implement a method for structure MSG message. You see structure message here we have MSG. So this MSG we are using here. Remember, and where we're defining structure here. So this value is coming here and we are displaying here, remember that. And now here we say msg1 dot display message. So this function I am going to print here. Again it will say that we have to use this notation. So again I am changing this like this notation. Okay, remember. Now again if I try to execute it, you see that same output but by using method. So this is the way to implement a method, you see, like this for this. Not only single method we can define multiple method also. For example, you can define another message. I say another underscore message. Again we say self like this and I print here. Okay, and I'm using this message, but nothing that we don't have to use the same one. Don't use this, nothing to use this. So I say here this is another message in structure. Okay, and you can use this one also, and I need to double quote here also because it's a mistake. And here I call another function, another message like this, no problem at all. Run once again and you will see that another function we have. So whatever you want to do, any kind of method which you want to define with this structure, you can do here with the help of impl keyword. So you see that what is impl, we have understand how to define the structure method, we have understand. Now we are going to learn traits here, then we are going to understand the difference between these, then we are going to implement the interfaces method also. For that I created traits first. So I say trait, and in this trait I say my message like this, and here I define the method here. So I say function that is get my message. For example, like this I am going to use. Remember that this is like an interface. So I am defining a traits like an interface that my message, and in this I have this function. This function I am going to use. So I want to attach this function with this structure itself. So how I can do this? I say impl, remember, then I say my message for message, remember that here. So I am using this here, this traits like an interface. Now it's showing an error that you have to implement the method which we have defined there. So here I have to use the function, I say get, and we need to implement this, otherwise it will show error. So here again I am going to display the same message. So here I can say self, remember, and here I can also pass self like this, and here I am passing this, here I am passing this same message. I am displaying the message by traits, remember. So like this, and I need to call it. So I can call this also. So I say message dot, I say get my message, same, but it is by using traits. Once again I execute it and you see that we also have this, but now we have used the traits. So this traits like a interface can be attached with any structure. If I have another structure of another name, so just I replace the name of the structure, same method I can override under that structure also, remember that. But in case of this impl here, so I can define methods only under this structure message, but by using traits I define the method generally for any kind of a structure, and I can attach it with this using a for keyword and override all these methods under this. So same you see, with one structure I can access all kind of methods. So that is all about traits. So traits is like a interfaces, and the difference between impl and traits is by using impl we specify method especially for specific structure, but by using traits we define a methods like an interface for all kind of structures. And how to define structures methods we have understand by using impl keyword, and how to define interface by using traits we have learned, and how to implement the method of that in Rust under structure, that we have also understand here like this. So each and every concept of this class I have completed in a very simple way to understand. So I think you understand now how to use impl or traits in Rust programming language. If you learned something from this video, please do subscribe. Thank you for watching this video.